What up, peeps? It's your boy Heck Steve. Welcome back to the channel, and once again we are talking about the fallopian tube flipper. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's Philly Flipper, but as you can see here, he found himself a box of old ass books. Now I know you're thinking to yourself, well, books? Who cares about books? Well, apparently these are some really old books, and they're worth a lot of money. Now it's been about 4 months since I've talked about Philly Flipper, and I have to say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that at this point, this guy is the most evil reseller that I've ever seen on YouTube. So he stumbled across these books, and this whole box was like 25 bucks. And I'll get to the footage here in a minute, but 25 bucks for all these books. And you know what this penis hole did? He countered at 20. That's right, even the man, a full box of books for 25 bucks, super old. He looked at them, he knew that some of them were from like the 30s, I believe. He knew that it was probably valuable, and he's like, you know what? I can't just pay what you want. I have to get it for less because, like, I'm a cheap bastard. So he offers him 20, and then he finds out, or supposedly he finds out later on in his video, which I'll show here in a minute. I promise you, I'm gonna show you some stuff. But I just want you to know that he comes off as such a positive dude. It's almost like the snake in the Garden of Eden. Yeah, just eat the fruit, man. It's all good. It's all good. And that's the thing, too, is evil never comes at you with such a horrible attitude and intent. It's always deception. And that's why I consider him the most evil YouTuber, or the most evil reseller on YouTube.
You're 20?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna break my back carrying this box now.
Hey, better yours than mine.
You know, he's got a wallet with 50s in it, 20s. You know, he's not hurting for cash at all. Not hurting for cash. I mean, hell, if you look at his video history here, somehow, some way, he's making hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars in every video, every 3 or 4 days, it seems. You know, apparently it's just that easy. You know what I'm saying? But you guys apparently still want to watch him do it every week. But honestly, after you hear him talk about the profit he made off of this, you're going to want to chop his pee-pee off and chuck it out the window, where hopefully a dog will get his mouth on it for a second until they realize it. And spit it out, and then later a raccoon will show up and drag it back to their young for nourishment. That would be an ideal outcome for the Philly Pecker.
Alrighty, y'all. There's so much to discuss here. So I don't know what to do. Let's just jump into it. There's just so much to talk about.
Oh man, you know, if you just like look at him long enough, you just start laughing because like you just can't believe that's a real person
In this box of books. So let's first get my thought process out. I had no clue what was there. I'm not a book expert. I don't sell books usually. The reason I bought something at this yard sale, like I'm gonna be dramatically honest with you, because I didn't want to leave empty-handed. I looked around everything in the garage, I didn't find anything.
Okay, so you admit that you are greedy. You didn't want to leave empty-handed, so you had to buy something. And you didn't want to pay the full 25 like they were asking. They always pay what they ask. Bullshit. They never pay what people ask. I've never ever seen a reseller video where they had something listed for like $25, for example, and they've been like, yeah, I'll pay $25 for that. Fuck no, they don't do that because they're fucking assholes. They're greedy as fuck. They don't care about the yard sale people making a few bucks. They only give a fuck about making a lot of money, including more if they get it for less off of you. Now, do we think that $25 versus $20 was really going to break the bank on this dude for saving that $5? Fuck no. $5 ain't shit. Hell, you can't even get a fucking enema for $5 anymore. I mean, damn.
You know, like whatever, I'll get these books. I've sold Nancy Drews before from the 50s, and she had quite a bit from the 50s, and I was like, okay, I remember I made a lot, and I sold them for around like $80 from the books that I had. I think she had a little more here, so I thought maybe I could make $100 on that whole box. And
okay, so you were looking to make 500% profit margins here, and so because of that, you had to go from 25 to $20. What a sinner. And that's the thing too. You know, I don't mean to get biblical or anything, and I'm definitely not the right guy for it because I cuss all the time, and I'm sure somebody likes to want to point that out. But I mean, this is not how Jesus wants you to be, man. You're not supposed to be so driven by greed that you act this way. So, I mean, fuck you, man. Just fuck you. Just fuck your dick. Fuck your dick.
we'll go from there. That's why I offer her 20 for the box that I just paid on 25. So if you're here with like a flame and a pitchfork, just put that down for a second and let me explain myself before you guys get angry for me not paying her $25.
Flame and pitchfork, man. That would be appropriate since you're a fucking ogre.
This was way better. Way better. 100 times better than what I thought. So most of the books in here are worth listing by themselves. The majority of the books here are worth listing by themselves. And most of them will sell for between $10 to $20. Those are the 1940s versions, 1950s books, the late 1930s books. And as you see, I've listed already a couple, and quite a bit of them sold for 15, for 20, for 23, for 25.
So you're in the green. You're in the green on 2 books out of like, I don't know, 50 books?
In that price range. But then there was also quite a bit of first edition 1930s books. Now, for you to tell the difference between a regular book and a first edition book, first
I don't
editions
give a fuck, man.
look like this. They have a blue
Yeah,
background.
that looks like an old ass book to me, man. Okay.
They have orange lettering. They have nothing in the middle. This is already a second edition. It will have an orange silhouette. These are
Basically what this is this is a he's like teaching you a lesson right now. He's like, if you need to look for these first edition books and you need to get them for really cheap so that you can fuck somebody over for your own financial gain. So that's the biggest problem that I have with resellers, man, is like their whole existence making YouTube videos, other than being monetized and like making money off of it, their whole existence is to make more resellers. It's like a reproduction. Like they're like reproducing. I mean, fuck. I mean, this is the only way they can get some reproduction going. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, that's all this is. This is like a class. It's like, hey, here's how you could be a piece of shit and get paid for it in the end.
$40 books. They're $40 books. But if you want the first editions, you want the ones with nothing. It's like this. If you see something like this and it's Nancy Drew, pick it up. They're worth a lot. And as you see, I already have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I got 4, I got 5, I have 6, I have 7, and these are still all unlisted because I have 7 more listed and I already have 3 sold. So that's 17 books right there.
Okay.
And then I had one of them that had a dust cover that sold as well, which was book 18. And that one sold for a lot. We'll get to that one pretty soon. Let's talk about these. These are all first edition Nancy Drew books. These are all unlisted because I am waiting for the ones I have to sell. These are all duplicates of the ones that I have to sell. The ones that aren't duplicates, they're all listed. I already sold 3 of them. One sold on Poshmark for $150, one sold on eBay for $150, and the other one sold on eBay for $70. That one's the first one listed for $100. So something off the next day for $70. I took it. I probably shouldn't have. It probably would have sold for $100. And
Oh, give me a fucking break, dude. I probably shouldn't have accepted the offer for $70. Dude, you made so much money, bro. What? Oh my god. Like, I can't believe this, man. There's so many like evil and greedy people out there. It's fucking sad. It really is. And there's a lot of people in his comments that are like praising him for this find and stuff. There's a couple of people that are like, nah, man, that was a little fucked up. But of course, he just fucking ignores that.
just this morning I sold one for $95 as well, but they haven't paid yet for theirs. So as soon as one of them sells, like I think this morning I had a dupe, I'm gonna go and list the other one that I have. And the goal is to get all these up and listed, but majority of them right now are listed for $100 to $200 a book. We're gonna go with the average about $150 a book, and once again, I have 17 of them, or I had 17 of them before they all sold. So do the math on that. That's around $2,500 just in the first edition books. Not to mention, I have about 25 to 30 of the regular books that sell for an average, I would say about $15 as well. It's another like $400, $500 there. So let's say just in those books, we have about $3,000.
Yeah. It's just fucking ridiculous, man. And what's funny too is I already know people are gonna type and be like, Steve, you're so jealous. That's why you hate on it. And you know what? I think I figured that out. I think I figured out why people say that I'm jealous when I know for a fact that I'm not. And the reason that people say that I'm jealous is because they are jealous of this guy. They want to be successful like him, and they're not. So what they do is they project their jealousy onto me because I am bashing him for being like this, and that's who they want to be.
Nancy drew the clue in the diary, and it had the dust cover with it. And the way I've been just looking them up is like, I know these are first editions, and I opened the one with the dust cover and I had this one underneath. And I would go to Worth Point with all of these because there's none of these listed in stores right now on eBay. I pretty much have the market for the first editions on eBay. And that's why I'm not listing them all. Like I have like 3 Lilac Inns. So why would I list 3 Lilac Inns? I'm just gonna list one at a time. As soon as the Lilac Inn sells, I'm gonna really list it with this one. I think I have like...
You know, that's just market manipulation, market control, you know, just classic piece of shittery behavior here from this dickhead that thinks a comb's gonna fix that fuck up he's got on top of his head there. You need to wear something that covers your ears up, man. I'm telling you, bro. This dude's getting better reception than direct TV with them motherfucking antlers. And I know somebody's gonna say something about this because they say it in almost every video where I make fun of someone's appearance. They're gonna say, how could you look like you and make fun of someone else's appearance? Well, I'll tell you why, because it's funny. All right, and it's funny because you wouldn't expect it to come from me. You'd be like, "What the fuck?" It like catches you off guard. It's kind of like surprise, you know. But let's not forget about the fact that this dude paid $20 for over $4,000 worth of books, and he's controlling the market currently for people that actually love collecting books. He's a fucking dickhead. He's a cocksucking dickhead. All right, so I'm not gonna be sorry. I'm not gonna be remorseful for calling him names or making fun of the way he looks, cause fuck him.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 hidden staircases. The hidden staircases. I have 5 of them. Why would I list all 5? I'm listing one. As soon as that one sells, I'm gonna list the other one. As soon as that one sells, I'm gonna list the third one, and I'm controlling the market that way. I have all the Nancy Drew first editions right now on eBay. If you search them up, you will find my listings. So in order for me to find the comps, I would have to go to Worth Point and see what it sold for there. And so I typed in on Worth Point, Nancy Drew, clue in the diary, dust cover, and I almost had a heart attack. I sold $1,000, I sold $800, I sold $600, I sold $700. And I was like, holy moly. This is my book. It's exactly my book. It was exactly like it. I did all the research. My dust cover, same book, same pictures, everything. And I was like, holy shnikes, I have a $1,000 book. I listed it for $1,000. Best offers, thinking I wasn't going to get $1,000 for it. I was like, I'll just take a best offer, whatever. The following morning...
He put fucking $7 shipping on there? Are you serious, bro? Dude, you can ship it through media mail. It's nothing. It's like $3 for that. And you're making $1,000 on something that you've already profited on. Like, oh my God, dude. Dude, that is insane. And you got a new eBay now because you know you done fucked up the damn feedback on the other one. You are a ridiculous motherfucker, man. You suck. That's why you're the worst. You're the fucking worst, dude.
I wasn't going to get $1,000 for it. I was like, I'll just take a best offer, whatever. The following morning, I list this on Wednesday. The following morning, on Thursday, I get an offer for $500. In the back of my head was like, if somebody offers me at least $500, I'm taking it. I didn't take it.
Because you're fucking greedy. You're a fucking piece of shit, garbage ass, greedy bitch. Fucking bust your fucking mouth open, bro. That's what needs to happen to you. I'm not inciting violence right now, but, you know, I'd like to see him in a sanctioned fight with somebody where they just beat the dog shit out of him, like a fight that he agreed to. Just so I can see him get his ass destroyed. Like fucking putting an arm bar, snap his fucking arm off.
I didn't take it. I was like, there's no way. This has to be worth more. I got offered less than 12 hours. No. I remember I countered at $750 and they declined. And the next day was Friday. I went picking with Nikki and I'm like, somebody offered me $500 for a book that I paid like 50 cents for. And I said no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I mean, that's what you call an addiction. When you get so fucking into reselling to the point where you basically get things for nothing, and then like you expect the entire world in return for it when it's just an old ass book. Now I understand it's a very, very valuable book, very sacred to people that love that series or love collecting books. But I mean, dude, you paid $20. You were already in the green when you sold 2 ain't shit books for like $20 a piece. And, it's whatever, man. I mean, you can sell it for however fucking much you want. But I mean, just when you think of the scale here, like it's just absurd. It's fucking absurd. I don't even need to defend. I don't need to defend it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? This is the worst. This might even be worse than 2 girls in 1 cup.
Next morning, I go out to yard sales. I hear cha-ching. I look at my phone. Somebody accepted my offer for $950. They paid the same day. I shipped it out on Monday. I looked today. I already got positive feedback saying everything was great.
And that's a big step for you because you fuck up a lot and you get very negative feedback a lot.
50 cents ish.
You guys remember it was last year I did a video on him where he was complaining about getting gypped on a $3 watch that he potentially could have made $90 on. You remember when he cried about that for like an entire video and was thinking about taking his eBay accounts and all that down? Yeah, he never did any of that. But I just think it's funny that he would cry about a $3 watch, but then today he's fucking excited that he paid 50 cents for a book and made $950 off of it. Probably like $800 and something after fees and stuff. But, yeah, it's just fucking absurd, man. This guy is a fucking asshole piece of shit, and I hope that I never see him in person because I will fucking cuss him out in person. I do not like him at all. I think he's evil. I think he's disrespectful as a Christian. And, yeah, I cuss a lot and stuff, and I know that's not very Christian-like either, but I would never mistreat somebody at this point or be that greedy in my heart. This dude has greed in his heart. That's why he didn't take that $500 offer to begin with, which was already really greedy. But no, there's more. There's more to the story. He's still got more to say that really pisses me off, and I can't wait for you to hear it.
I'm between a quarter and 30 cents a book. And it sold for $950. The story continues, my friends. The following week, I go back to this house. I go back to this house for 2 reasons. First, I want to find a lady that sold it to me and give her some more money. I felt really bad for only giving her $20. I had no clue that this was so valuable.
So that's the profit margin that you have to make before you start to feel really bad. Because in the past, you gave that dude $150 for like $3,000 worth of stuff. But now, you give him $20 and you make over $4,000. That's when you start to, you're like, oh, I'm not that bad of a person. Okay, I draw the line there.
So I try to find her, give her more money, and then offer to buy the other 3 boxes of books from her as well.
So he makes you think that he's doing a nice thing by offering more money to the lady, which was only another $100, by the way. Which, obviously he doesn't have to do that, but I mean, think about he made $4,000. $100 doesn't really seem like shit. It's like 1% or something. I don't know the exact percentage, but it's very low. But he makes you think that he's going back to do this nice thing, give him $100, but really it's because he wants to see what those other 2 boxes of books are.